Hey Mark, are you ready to record the show?
Hey, buddy, get in here. It's Saturday morning. We got to talk toys. How is it going?
It's going. How are you, man?
Man, I'm doing well. I'm kind of out of sorts. Is what's happening.
You have a right to.
I'm all out of sorts. It's
Why
a weird day.
why don't you let it out?
Well, it's just a weird day, man. It's just a weird day. I mean, like, first and foremost, welcome everybody.
Welcome, guys.
See,
welcome, friends.
As you can see, we are pre-recorded today because as we speak, as this is going live, I am enjoying Joe Fest in Augusta, Georgia, with some of our friends from the chat. I believe that. Yeah, there it goes. Bye. I'll be there with Terrence, the Purple Gang guys, a whole bunch of our friends. Charles, that's right. I'm going to be there with a bunch of my local friends. I'm going with 3 of my local buddies. Shout out to Jose, Alberto, and Monroe. Monroe. Yeah. Shout out to all of them dudes, man. They're all great dudes, and I'm sure I'm having a great time.
If they're your dudes, then they're great dudes.
Man, probably so. But as we're recording this, it's Thursday. I'm off of work. So today is so weird because I didn't have anything to do today. So I got up and I went to a movie. I went to go see the new Mission Impossible movie, Dead Reckoning, or Final Reckoning?
Final Reckoning. But was it a final reckoning?
It was.
Final?
It was. It is the end. It is the end of the series. It is the end of the series with Tom Cruise.
Oh.
They may continue it in the future. I'm probably sure that they will. But no longer with Tom Cruise. They didn't set up like a potential new team or anything like that. It's nothing like that, but it is the end. It was good. It was long. There was a lot of action.
Was Rebecca Ferguson in that one? I don't remember if she was in that. I don't think
there are shots of her, but she is not in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. There are shots of her in the movie because her character was supposedly killed off in the last episode or the last.
Was she? I don't remember that.
It's kind of left ambiguous. There was a dust storm and she's fighting. She's like doing some sniping and then there's like a shootout and it's kind of left ambiguous. You don't know if did she die? I think the real reason she wasn't in the movie was because of her accelerated schedule on Silo, because she was she's one of the executive producers on the show, and she really wanted to make sure that they filmed like the next 2 seasons like back to back, to make sure that the show stays on a pretty consistent. And I think that's like scheduling wise. I think that's what I read, but it doesn't matter because Haley Atwell's in the movie, and it's just. I mean, Rebecca Ferguson is a beautiful woman.
Well said. I was just watching Dr. Sleep, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
She's so good in that as Rose.
Yeah, she's great. She's great in everything. Yeah. The movie written and directed by Mike Flanagan.
The Mike
Flanagan. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, she is a talented actress, but also extremely beautiful person. But Haley Atwell's just smoking. Right. Sorry. But anyway, lots of action. It's a great movie. And they found a way to like kind of tie not all, but a good chunk of all the movies together. They've kind of brought it all together and said pieces from this movie ended up here and like pieces from this movie, this is what that meant. And they kind of, made some of these MacGuffins all kind of like come together. It was solid. So first of all, so it's Thursday. So I'm in the middle of the week. I get a day off. That never happens. And then I go to a movie and then I'm coming home and recording this because we're not doing it live on a Saturday morning because I'm going to be out of town. And so it's just like, I'm just all very discombobulated. Also, I was waiting to get a figure in today.
Yeah.
I was so excited for, and it was going to be what I was going to open on the show tonight. And that is the Muff Toys Kryptonite Seeker. So this is the 1/12 scale version of Muff Toys' version of Nightmare Batman from the Nightmare sequence in the Zack Snyder Batman versus Superman movies. And I got it opened up and I had no heads. There were no heads. I got the version with 3 heads. There's no heads in the box. So I got a body. I got all the guns. I got all the hands, all the soft goods.
No head.
Not a single head. Not one head. Like even if I had just gotten, like, the figure doesn't come with a head on it. Like all 3 heads are in a tray.
I noticed that in a review. They're all in a little,
And there are multiple versions of this character. I think that there's a version where you can get 1 head. There's a version you can get 2 heads. There's a version you can get 3 heads.
Like an open mouth or gritting teeth. And
and then there's the Ben Affleck head, unmasked head. And I got none of them. So even if it had come with just 1, I think I would have still been upset because I paid more. I got the deluxe version that came with all 3 heads, but I still would have been upset. But at least I would have had 1. And I could have opened it, but now I have none. So I've emailed them. We'll see how it goes.
Keep us updated.
I'll definitely keep you updated. But so we're going to be pre-recording the show tonight, but we're going to set it to premiere. So hopefully you guys are watching live, and hopefully you guys are in the chat over there, and you're just having a great old time. I hope you are, and I hope Greg is helping facilitate some of the chat. But anyway, I did want to start off. There we go, holding it down. I did want to start off by saying that this episode, like always, is brought to you by Articulated Empire, our good buddy Steve Mank. Which, by the way, speaking of Steve and Articulated Empire, if you're in the St. Louis Metro East area, head over to SideQuest, presented by the Midwest Toy and Comic Fest, from 11 to 5 today, Saturday, June 21st, in the future. Because he is going to be set up there. I think that's a great name for a toy and comic place called SideQuest. That's awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
So he's going to be set up selling his wares. He sent me a big box of stuff this week. So thank you, Steve. I really appreciate it. Some stuff to review, some stuff I've purchased. So that's what's going on. I'm hoping while I'm traveling, that I'm going to be able to pick up a travel toy. And if you guys are not watching our good friend Curtis Ackerman's travel toy, his little travel vlog he does, I think he's put out like 4 episodes. I think I've been name dropped in 2. I keep holding out for him to get that Miles Morales Marvel Legends figure. He keeps picking it up and putting it back down again. Man, I really love that show. You should watch that show just for the intro music. The intro song alone is
I watched one of his other. He's got an exploded review where he takes the figure completely apart. So I watched that today on my lunch break, and he has actually talked trash to me about me not watching his shows. So now I really need to buckle down and watch.
Yeah, well, he's on a lot. I don't think you can. I don't think you can watch them all.
They're very
prolific. It's possible,
guys. Yeah, he broke StreamYard last week. He broke it because he couldn't keep up with didn't have the bandwidth for Curtis. He's inevitable.
That's funny. But yeah, so definitely. One of the things about his travel toy videos that I love is that when he goes into a store and he goes into Walmart or Target and he sees the Skibbity toys, he always calls them toilet people. And that cracks me up every single time. He's like, oh, there's the toilet people. I'm not buying those. He also refers to, because he, like myself, is not familiar with Dragon Ball. He calls them all fajitas. So he's like, here's a chicken fajita.
I need to watch. Yeah,
they're funny.
I need the Curtis comedy, on a regular.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And so yeah, I've been watching that. It's really good. It's great. Hey, this week, guess what we have? I don't have an intro for it, but we have a Kicking It with Chuck update. So I put this graphic up because, as you guys remember, this is where we left off in my my Kicking It with Chuck Norris, where I've been going back and buying some of these figures. This was my last update. Didn't have an update last episode because I didn't purchase any, but I've made some purchases, and I'm ready. I'm ready to reveal. So take a good look at this.
It looks like
and
you're
enjoy. Yeah, dude, I'm powering through. And I want to show you, this is what I have left after this week's Kicking It with Chuck purchases.
Oh, my God. Look
We're
at
down to
this.
those two. I added
Jeez, oh,
Undercover
jeez.
Chuck. I added Undercover Chuck, Super Ninja, and the Red Ninja. I added them all to my collection.
Man.
I don't have them yet. I've just purchased them off of eBay. I'm waiting for them to come in.
You have
I
any?
am going to be picking up the Black Ninja, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to be able to track down the Super Ninja Black version. I don't see many on eBay. I don't see a lot of them, and honestly, I don't know if I really want it. I have the purple one, and that's the one I had as a kid. I never had this one, so
you got to be like Terrence though, and it's a journey. You have to complete. You're this close.
But I don't though.
You don't.
But I don't though. No, I don't have that. I don't have that.
I don't either. Completion.
That's not in my DNA. That feeling of like I have to complete it. Like what I do is I in my mind I set myself up and I say what can I get that I will be happy with. And I was like, I'll be happy if I get a Black Ninja, and if I don't get the Black Super Ninja and Red Ninja, I'll be okay. But I ended up getting a Red Ninja. The reason I pulled the trigger on a Red Ninja is because I found one that actually came with the accessories. A lot of these Red Ninjas don't come with the accessories. They come with the same accessories that the Black Ninja comes with, except for the Black Ninja comes with red weapons. The Red Ninja comes with black weapons. I happened to find one that had the black weapons, so I had to jump on it. It was a good price, so I got it. So I'm going to get at least one more. If I find the Black Ninja, the Super Ninja Black, and he's a good price, I'll pick him up.
It may happen.
Even if he's not complete, I'll still get him.
Do you have a spot? Have you cleared you have a display?
No, I'm waiting. I'm waiting until I get them all, and then they're all gonna. Yeah, because I may do like a commercial. I may do a commercial with Nicholas.
That would be rad, dude. That would be epic for sure.
Heinrich sent me. I believe it was Heinrich sent me this during the week, and I wanted to share it with everybody because this was such a big deal. When he sent it to me, I almost gasped because we were talking about how it was a special day in your house when you woke up and you found that Mom had bought this.
Oh man.
Do you remember this?
Yes,
This was a special day.
Yeah, that didn't happen very often.
It didn't happen very often. Mom didn't always buy these.
No, I've never
remember how like they had the little plastic bag inside of them. They were kind of coated so like you could actually pour the milk inside the box.
I never did that though. Did you eat it out of the box?
I did. I would
did
put
you? I never did out of the box.
Yeah, if the cereal came in a bag to where it would hold the milk, but if it came like this, like in this image where there's no bag, then no, Mom wasn't letting me put milk in there.
I don't think I knew that you could put them in a box. Like if I would have known, or if somebody would have said, "Hey, you could eat it out of the box," I would have. But no one told me.
Yeah, man.
My grandparents, they raised me. They're old. They didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, if you look, they were like little perforated. I don't know if it was perforated or it just told you where to cut. But man, Heinrich sent me this, and I was like, "Oh, dude, that brings back so many memories." Because Mom didn't buy these often.
That's a good job, Heinrich.
So yeah, I love that, and he sent me that. I'm like, I am good. That has no place on the show, but it's got everything to do with the show. So I'm like,
I will say that those cornflakes are going to get eaten the last. They're going to be the last ones.
Absolutely. Because you know what it was about this? It wasn't that they were just a tiny box of cereal. It was that you woke up that morning and you had a choice.
Yes. You had a variety.
The world was your oyster. What do you feel like today? Do you want Cookie Crisp? Do you want regular cornflakes? No. Do you want Cocoa Puffs? Do you want Fruity Pebbles? Like you had options. My wife has always been really good about that. She keeps 3 different types of cereal in the house at all times for the kids, so that when they come in and they want cereal, they have 3 options. Always. They always have 3 options.
Good mom right there.
So she makes sure of that. So let's get into our commercials. So let me get to it. Where is it? Where is Charlie?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I need to hear him in person now. I need to hear him say that in person.
I'm gonna get him to do it this weekend when I see him at Joe Fest. I've got some stuff to take him. So Charles, you better not be watching this episode. I better be hanging out with you at Joe Fest. But I got a couple of figures that you've helped me collect, that Terrence has helped me collect, that I helped him get, that I got to take him this weekend. So
Nice.
I hope I haven't forgotten them back home. So much like the cereal, I came across this video while doing some research for our commercials. And while it's not a commercial, it was most definitely a part of our childhood. So I'm going to kick our commercials off. It's not a commercial. It was a segment on Sesame Street.
Okay.
Okay. But tell me, how long has it been since you've heard this?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Steel drum comes in.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I still
Isn't that
sing
great?
that. I still sing it. It still holds up. It looks great. Music's great.
Absolutely. That funk.
I love
Come
it.
on, man. Do you remember the little segment? I think it was on Sesame Street about the little girl that was going to the market for her mom.
Yes.
And she had to remember. Do you remember to this day what her grocery list is?
I don't.
A loaf of bread, a carton of milk, and a stick of butter. Remember, she would just go down the street. I got to remember. I got to get a loaf of bread, a carton of milk, and a stick of butter. A loaf
was
of
like how
bread,
they were
a
walking
carton of milk,
down the street.
and a stick of butter. Dude, I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like it's ingrained in my memory, right?
I like the
To all
typewriter
beef
guy.
patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onion on sesame seed
To all
bun.
beef
Come on.
Special sauce, lettuce, cheese.
I
Yeah.
used to have the record.
Did you?
She used to have the record. I had the
record.
45.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
record.
The 45. I just put it on and just groove to it.
That's right.
It's crazy what sticks.
The
in our
typewriter
minds,
guy.
man.
Remember the typewriter guy? He had like
Oh yeah,
gloves, and I was that
Mhm.
guy was cool.
exactly, absolutely. All right, let's get to some
days.
actual commercials here.
Mad scientist!
I've done it! It's dissect an alien, and it's
Gross!
you take his insides out and
Oh.
put them back in. He's a bloody mess!
Yuck!
That's disgusting.
That's the point!
He's spilling his guts!
Yuck! Look for more of my gross creations so you too can be a mad scientist! Dissect an alien. Too gross.
I never had this as a kid.
I didn't either. It seems like it would be fun, but I don't know about the replayability. You know, once you take out all
Yeah.
the guts and then
Got to put it all back in.
and then it's on the carpet and there's fuzz all over the guts and
It's on your shirt, then it gets
On your
hard, and
shirt.
then you got like a
Yeah.
sticky hard spot on your shirt for the rest of your life.
yeah.
Yeah, never had one of those as a kid.
No.
Looks
never.
fun though.
Yo, Gregory, chew on this.
You'll never cut the mustard, mean winner!
Food fight!
Your history, Private Pizza! Pow! And your lunch! Combat curtain! Fire!
What's going on?
Joy's saying it's food again, Mom.
Food fighters, figures, and combat carton each sold separately. Toys do not walk and talk.
Toys do not walk and talk. Just want to make sure that you guys know that.
I don't think I've ever seen those before.
Yeah, they look like they were static. Like they don't look like they had any points of
Yeah,
articulation
probably
at
not.
all.
Maybe the bendy arms or something, but the egg carton rig looked kind of cool. Kind of remind me.
Yeah,
of
that's pretty dope.
Transport. I'm sure Andy had it. He had them all.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I had them all. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are not going to have any kind of help today.
Yeah, this
on
is
the-
gonna be it's gonna be
with-
rough
with-
because I don't know
yeah.
shit when it comes to cartoons.
You're not going to have any help from the chat.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna
sure
be
Andy's going to know.
dumbfounded.
There's
Yeah,
a
I need to.
massive clue in today's cartoon
I
clip.
still don't get it.
that it's pretty blatant, I think he would get it off pretty easily. But yeah, I never had any of those. I was in a Walmart today, and I came across in the collectibles aisle in the back in the electronics. I came across the speaking of like little tiny figures. I think they're AEW like wrestling figures, and they're in the back in the electronic section, and they come in like this red, what looks like a punching bag. It's like a red capsule with a little white string on it, like a punching bag, right? And you open it up, and it has like a little blind bag of like I think it says action figure, and there's a picture of one on the, not a picture, there's actually like a figure in the front of the display of the box encased in plastic that shows you, but they're about this big. I think maybe you can move their arms, and they may be 5 POA. But I don't know anything about wrestling. I don't collect wrestling at all. But I like the idea of like the little capsule being like a punching bag. It was pretty cool,
innovative, something different.
And I think they were like $9.99 or something like that. So if you're into wrestling, which I know that Andy is,
yes, he is.
Those are pretty fun. Okay, let's get after it. Let's name that tune. All right. I too do not think I would be able to guess this cartoon from this clip, because while this was a cartoon that I do remember watching as a kid, and I had some of the toys, and I have some of the remakes of the toys. That's how popular they were. I don't remember these particular characters being a part of the show, but they were. So, all right, let's see what you can do with this one. Nope.
Don't make me watch that again.
You will stand perfectly still. You will turn around and face me.
Don't look at him. He'll turn us into frost people.
Massive clues right there.
Nice move.
How about that one, sports fans?
I give it an 8.6. Your recovery was uneven.
Come on, I've got an idea. Let's find that drill.
Let's find that drill.
I love how she was like, I give it an 8.6. So my middle son, Nicholas, he rates everything, like it's just, what the young generation does now. So like, I'll come in the room and I'm like, hey, did you like, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Do you like the hamburgers Mom made for dinner? And he's like, 7 out of 10. Like he's just quick with the rating at all times.
Well, when he starts dating, he might want to lose that, that habit.
I'm sure he won't. I'm sure he won't.
Just saying.
Okay, what do you think of this clip? I'm sure Andy's already yelled it out.
I'm sure. I can
in the comments.
Andy, what do you think, Andy?
Pretty massive spoiler
Captain
there.
Planet, maybe?
Captain Planet?
That's
so there was a big clue there.
Defenders
they all had a jack.
Earth?
Ooh, Defenders of Earth. Let's get after it.
Let's get after it.
Out of the sky, his rockets ignite. Jets into battle, flying faster than light. Flash Gordon, Lord of the jungle, the hero who stalks.
Without their sweater, there's no way. I wouldn't.
Same, I wouldn't.
Defenders, master of magic spells and illusion. Enemies crumble in fear and confusion. Mandrake.
It's a pretty weak guitar song, to be honest.
It is.
His strength is a legend. His skills conquer all.
I love Lothar because he had a grappling hook.
Defenders of the Earth. Defenders. Without your young heroes proving their worth, 4 become 8, defending the Earth. Defenders of the Earth. Defenders. Defenders of the.
I don't remember the kids being a part of this show, but see, they're even in the intro, and I just don't remember them being a part of it at all.
I watched it a little bit. I loved Flash Gordon because of the 80s movie, but this show I didn't really catch a lot. I didn't know really when it was on, and it was on one of those funky channels for us. That was channel 53 in Fresno, and that channel was like janky, and so I didn't really watch it. It had like older weird cartoons that I didn't usually, like, just junky. That's where like the crappy cartoons would end up. So I didn't really catch that, but I love the idea where you've got Flash, you've got Mandrake the Magician, all these cool guys come together.
Phantom, Lothar, who
always got to have the kids though. Why did they throw kids in that? Like,
I don't know. Like
is
they're
it like
going
a
on these
Spielberg
missions.
thing, like they go on a mission or a quest or something.
But I loved Lothar. I had him as a kid because he had a grappling hook. Again, if you had a grappling
hook.
So NECA actually made all of these figures, these versions of all of these figures as well. And I had them all, even Lothar, who was really hard to find. And I ended up selling them all, except for Ming. This version of Ming I still have. He's up on my shelf. I had them as a kid. They were kind of like rubbery. I remember you could push in on their heads and stuff. Kind of like the Rambo figures, that like a hard plastic body, but like the heads were squishy, the arms were squishy. So yeah, a lot of fun. I dig that cartoon. For me, it also came on a weird time. I think this cartoon would come on like really early in the afternoon, but like almost before I got home from school. And like I kind of remember watching it like if I was homesick, I would get to watch the show.
It was like an accident. I mean, you'd watch it, but it was not like a planned event like other cartoons.
Yeah, it was. If I missed it, it was okay. I couldn't miss G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, Silverhawks, Thundercats. Like, that wasn't. I wasn't missing that stuff. Home. Exactly, and nobody's watching TV at that time because we're watching.
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. We have our wish book. Now today's wish book page is going to be right up your alley, but I stepped outside of the box. This is not from an English toy catalog. It's not like from a Sears Christmas catalog. This is a Japanese catalog.
Cake, right?
No, it's from a Japanese catalog. I can't read it. I don't know what they're selling, but the toys look amazing. So here's our wish book page for the day. Check this out.
Man, look at them robots.
Dude. Look at this.
Man, those look rad.
Dude, this is incredible.
I don't even see the prices. I can't even.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, there's some
base.
02, 03, 8.2. I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
Drill Dasher. That was my name in high school. Was Drill Dasher.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Sky.
These look like they have like the little tiny, like little bitty, like little guys in them over here on the bottom left.
Yeah, little tiny little guys in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you drop it in your carpet, it's over.
Yeah, exactly.
Over. Done.
Your dog swallows them, then you're out looking in the yard, chasing your dog around.
That's right.
Dude, what are you buying? I gotta know. Like, what are you coming home with? Like, what are you circling if you see this catalog?
I like these in the middle right, the second page. These flying ships up here, 2 and 3. I'm liking those. I would take those home.
It looks like they combined to make that.
Maybe that's
that
what
one
it is.
Guy.
We got the power base, which is like what a Hot Wheels kind of thing, where
kind of looks like that.
They park. Maybe they service their cars there or something.
These are so dope.
Yeah, I would probably do 1, 2, and 3 on this right here to form this cool red robot guy.
See, that's really cool that you go with the jets because I am 4 and 5. Like instantly I'm drawn to the bottom right corner. Like the things that look like big trucks or like big squared off like vehicles. I love these. I love this style of vehicle.
That Cosmo roller is pretty cool though.
Yeah.
That's pretty
These are some nice. I wish I knew more about them, but it says they're 172nd scale. I don't know what that is. I have no idea. Like, I don't know how math works.
They look
like,
good.
Does that mean are they big or are they small? Like, I don't know.
I don't even see the brand name.
Yeah, but these are dope, dude.
They are.
F1 Dasher, Drill Dasher, and Sky Dasher.
Painted art on there.
Yeah, I'm still coming home with those
Japanese.
big truck
They know how to do it right, man. They know how to. They're epic. You know what I mean? We've got like monsters and crap. These guys do like giant robots and stuff.
Yeah, I knew this wasn't exactly like what you got into. I know that you were like into the more like the cyborg. What were they called? Samurai warriors or what were they? Shogun warriors. That's right. Yeah, you were mine.
That's my thing. I love the Shogun.
Yeah, I saw your episode with Jeremy, and you guys talked quite a bit about that.
We were geeking out. Yeah, I love that stuff. It's just so expensive. It's like, Can't afford that.
They look good though. They look good.
Rad. Yeah, there's.
All right, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, this was dope. Yeah, I know. It's hard. I know we're not gonna be able to spend a lot of time on this because we can't read it and we don't know what this is. Diatrain and then the Cosmo roller. I didn't even notice. My eyes are so terrible. That's what those were called down in the bottom right. Diatrain and Cosmo roller.
Cosmo roller, I like. Yeah, those are.
I would have those. Anything that's big and like blocky.
Yeah.
Like with tank wheels, like big wheels, like. You remember, like we've talked about Vehicle Voltron a lot. The ground crew, like the trucks and the stuff. Like I love that kind of stuff. Like my favorite Transformers, the Autobots were like I always loved like Trailblazer and Hoist and Ironhide and what was the Jeep? Oh man, gosh,
Jeepy.
Why can't I think of the green Jeep? Sarge. It's not Sarge. What is his name? Why can't I think of his name? But anyway,
they're yelling again. They're yelling at us again.
I know. Sorry, Brian. Sorry, he's
sorry, guys.
But anyway, like I love like the bigger, the blockier kind of tank trucks and stuff like that. That was my jam. But yeah, hey, you said you got a lot of a lot of pickups. I don't have a lot. Yeah, so let's get after it. Let's do our pickups. Sounds like you may have more than I do. So won't you kick us off?
So this week I did some wheeling and dealing. I had some extras. I had a few barbarians that I picked up in my travels. So I did some trading. I was a star trader. So I got this guy. Did I bring this up? I think I brought this up last week, didn't I? The purple knight, the evil knight. I'd given
that's right. Yeah.
And so I traded and got him back. So
Hound. His name was Hound, the green Jeep from Transformers.
Hound.
Sarge.
Gosh. I had the GoBots one.
I don't know.
GoBots had a little tiny Jeep. I don't know if anyone that's and speaking of barbarians, I got a couple more in the mail.
Ooh. So nice.
I had traded most, and I love this figure. This is still figure of the year, and so I had to call my distributor, my good buddy, and he picked me up a couple. So
yeah, I don't think I'm going to pick any up.
No,
at Joe Fest. I really don't. I've got two. I've got one that's decked out as my Conan. And I've got one that I keep in my He-Man configuration, and that's really all I need. Like I'll probably get one later in the year, like when they go back on sale again. But like right now, like when I know that the toy collector, and the flippers out there are like, get one, flip it, make some money. But I feel like I would be taking one away from somebody who really wants to get one.
Yeah.
And I have two already. So I don't feel like I don't want to waste another $40 on a barbarian and get something that I have two of. I'd rather take that $40 and get something that I don't have.
That's why
right now, currently.
Like I've been trading, like, I was like, hey, I'll trade you a barbarian for a figure that I don't have. And so it makes them happy because they weren't able to get a barbarian. And then I get something that something I want.
Right. So. Yeah. And I like that they're still holding their value. And I know like some people, I saw somebody in the Cabal, like either yesterday or maybe even this morning, that was talking about, was $100 too much to spend on a barbarian? And it's like, well, it's whatever you feel like it's worth, like I don't feel like, I don't think it's, like I saw a lot of people were like trying to justify it by saying, well, I had to drive 200 miles to get there. Right. And then that's gas money. And then I had to stand in line. And yeah, but like you're charging, like you're trying to pass that cost onto somebody else. You would have done that anyway to go. Like, don't like make that the reason why. I mean, don't try to justify it. You're selling it for 100 because you can, because there are people out there who can't get to the show or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so
when I trade, it's the value that I paid for it,
Right. So I don't know. That's just how I feel about it.
I'm with you. I agree.
I got in a couple of like custom pieces. So I really want to talk about those before I get to like.
I saw one. I saw two.
Yeah,
I'm excited about what you got there because you got some good stuff.
This is kind of bittersweet. So I've talked about how Scott and I recorded our second episode of Across the Toyverse last night. We were talking about this, but Best Buy canceled my pre-order on the Maximum Series Hulk. When it went up for pre-order back a couple of months ago or whatever, the Maximum Series Hulk, Best Buy was selling it for $39.99.
Wow.
$40. And so that was wrong. That was the wrong price. It should have been at least $49.99. Most places it's $59.99. And so instead of Best Buy honoring the price that they put it up for, which they had already charged me and taken the money out of my bank account, they canceled my pre-order and they said, well, we had to cancel your pre-order because we're sold out and we don't think we're going to be getting any more in. However, if you go to bestbuy.com, even right now, they are still in stock and they're $59.99. So they just didn't want to honor the price.
Right.
So I knew I had one coming, but I didn't like any of the heads. So I went onto eBay. I found 3 heads that I love from this 3D printer, this custom head store. And I bought 3 heads. They were $15 each. That's an additional $45. But now that I had the heads coming, they were already in transit. And now I have no Hulk. So then I had to go and spend $60 on a Hulk instead of getting one for $40. And so now I am $100 in on this Hulk. So that's where I am. But here are the heads. I have here. Let me embiggen myself here. So I have this head. I love like the bigger brow, old
that
school
is a big
Hulk.
brow right there.
So this is the style of Hulk I like. So I have this one. With
yeah, that's that early Hulk right there.
Yeah, I have one with the teeth gritted, and then one with the teeth like completely bare and the mouth open. So I've got 3 heads. And now I'm just waiting. I had to get a Hulk from Hasbro Pulse because it was in stock. So
how much are they?
$60, $59.99.
Yeah, I think Brian got one.
So I have one coming. I have a couple of local friends who already received theirs, and they really like them. I don't have like a definitive green Hulk in my collection, so I'm hoping this will be it for me. But we'll see. That's one of my pickups.
Okay. Back to trading, my wheeling and dealing. So I got the Purple Knight and this Firefly Mezco.
Ooh, nice.
So I traded a Barbarian and a Green Elf Ranger. So I got Firefly in that Purple Knight. So
I know that you really like Firefly. Because
I do, yes.
Because you're also really into Beachhead too, right? Like he's one of your favorites. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, did you see that Night Force Beachhead and Quick Kick 2-pack? Probably gonna have to get that.
Yes.
Looks pretty dope. So speaking of Articulated Empire and Steve Mank, if you don't know, Steve got popular in the toy community as a photographer. Articulated. What was the name of his Articulated Photography? I'm trying to remember what the name of his.
Yeah, he's really, really talented.
Sure. He's a really good photographer, and that's how he got popular. I didn't know that he was really good at making dios, but he made his own dios for his photography, and so he always sends me pictures when he's at a show of what he's got for sale, and I try to promote it on our channels whenever I can. And I saw this in one of his photos, and I was like, dude, are you selling that, or is that just for you to display stuff at your show? He goes, no, I'm selling it. And I was like, can I buy it? And he sold it to me. So I have this big dio piece, this 1/12 scale dio piece that he made. And the cool thing is that these pieces are magnetized. So like you can take them off and then like you can put rearrange them. If you want to put them like that, you can.
That's fantastic.
That's pretty cool. I love the let me take this because I don't want to drop it, but let me show you. Look at the detail on this thing, man.
Yeah.
Like the windows.
Well, I like what you did to it too.
Oh yeah. So what I did is I just taped some parchment paper to the back so it kind of diffuses the light when it comes through. I think that looks really cool. And then I reached out to him and I was like, I might even add a door. He goes, yeah, I wanted to add some doors. I just never got around to it. So I'm thinking I may just add like a wooden door to it and see what that looks like. But yeah, that's pretty dope. And you're gonna be seeing that a lot in my photography and my reviews because
you needed some more variety.
Yeah. For sure. Absolutely.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
So thank you, Steve.
Yeah, thanks.
Well
Steve.
packaged too. It came really safe.
Steve's the man, the Mank. I reached out to Big Greg. He, I don't know what we were talking about, but he was going through some stuff in his garage and storage, and he said he had some extras. So I'm like, I'll trade for one. So I traded. I got this Mezco.
Nice.
I don't know what it's a Gomez, but he had some
Holiday Gomez, but they put the candy skull's head on there.
And I love the green chucks. I'm a big chuck guy.
That's dope.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I like that, because I was like, I don't really like the roach heads, but I like these skulls. And so he sent this, and I traded him some other figures, so we both ended up happy. So thanks, Big
Nice. That's awesome. That's really cool. Okay, so now getting into I have another custom piece. After you showed off what you got from our good friend and channel supporter Joe, also known as Elemental Crafting, I reached out to him and was like, dude, like, I love what you did for Greg. Is there any way you can make me one of those stone table toppers for the rotating base? And I was like, I will gladly pay you for it. I'm not asking for anything for free. And he was like, dude, I got you. I'll gladly make you. I would be honored. He's like, I love your show so much. And he goes, I would love to he's like, let me take care of it. So he's like, what size do you want? And I was like, well, I have 3 that I made myself. I think 9 inches is a good diameter. It's like, if you want to make it 9
inches, that's pretty big.
That's pretty big. So so he made this for me. Here is mine. It looks absolutely beautiful, and it is reversible, so it's got the wood. Wow.
I mean,
I don't know how she knows, but okay. But yeah, it's
she's
being
agreeable, okay?
It's just being agreeable.
Yeah,
I just love this. Like, Joe
is it's masterclass.
I don't even know how he made this. It's beautiful. Like, I know that it's foam, but like it looks like stone, and the color choices is brilliant. So good. Like, absolutely love that. That will be a part of all of my reviews moving forward. So thank you, Joe. I really appreciate it.
Joe is the man. I still got a couple more.
So do I.
Okay. I did another trade. I did a straight across
wheeling and dealing this week
for another Tarpiculi, which I'm in love with this figure.
Yeah, that dude.
This is like my third one.
Wow.
2 I traded for. And 1 I just bought from the Horseman, but it's so much fun. It reminds me of kind of like Time Bandits, those skeleton guys that freaked me out as a kid, but it's just a cool figure. I just love it.
The cool thing about that guy too is he's really easy to pop and swap. You know, like, it's not like a typical Mythics where you have to get out like your bowl of hot water and like have to he is just really easy to it makes it super easy when it's real easy to like pop and swap. It's a lot more fun.
Yeah, I just dunked him right in her coffee cup, and and it worked.
It's just that there's nothing that frustrates me more like when I want to sit down and just have some fun creating and popping and swapping, and then like 20 minutes in, my fingers are all chewed up and hurting, and I'm tired of and I'm just like, I'm done. Like, but the skeletons are really easy to pop their heads and hands off, and the arms, and so I'm digging it. Let's see here. Along with the base that I bought from Steve, he also threw in some more Valverse stuff. I think he's getting low on his Valverse Wave 5 stuff. Yeah, it's selling really well. So he had a couple of things left that he was like, hey, I know that I have some stuff that you haven't had a chance to review yet, so I'm just going to toss it in your box. I was like, okay, this is going to be what I'm going to open today. This is the Maritime Basic Soldier. Doesn't come with a lot. It's just a basic loadout. So I have this Recon gear pack that I'm going to open and throw on him and see how that works. It's 2 different colors, but we'll see how it works. And then he also threw in this guy, Colonel Siege, who I've been wanting to get my hands on because he does look pretty cool.
That's a nice figure.
So I'm gonna
hear from our group chat that you got something that they can ride in and enjoy.
So I didn't know today was like a big release day for like the Vanguard. Like apparently they were having like some new big set called the Hall set, the heavy artillery, and I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it stands for. Um, but yeah, I didn't know they were having like a big release for that, and
they're cheaper.
decided, yeah,
And
I didn't know that either. And they're free shipping.
I was
on
gonna
the
buy
Vanguard.
one and make payments, but I'm like, nah, Rihanna would kill me. Like,
Well, you already have one, right? Which one do you have?
I have the tan one, but I kind of want the gray muddy one. But I'm like, if I get a box that big, she's gonna be like, you bastard.
So I literally had just sat down in the movie theater, and I was just looking at my phone before the trailers started up, and you guys were in the group chat. It was blowing up. Everybody was like, "Oh, did you see this? They've got bundles where you can like bundle all the stuff together, except for the sticker set, which was weird that wasn't included."
You can make payments too, which is great.
Yeah, and they have split pay. So I was like looking at it, and I remember that you have one, and I remember you saying, "Man, I really wish I'd held out for like the muddy version." And so all of my the figures that I have chosen to buy on my own, because Steve is so gracious and sends me a lot, but I choose to buy all of the desert commando versions of everything. Like so I was like, I got to get the tan. But I'm going with the muddy version because it just looks really good.
Yeah, the muddy version came out after the one because I bought the very first wave that came out, and I love it. It's so much fun. I don't really have any room here. It's sitting on a box, but I always look at it and I love it. I actually have G.I. Joe in there now. I've got
for sure.
Quick Kick.
But it comes with all the add-on sets. So it does come on. It comes with the two missile turrets at the top. It has the pod artillery gun turret that you could put in the top, and then it also comes with the Hall set, which is the extra armor for the front, and then for the windows, and it has extra doors. And so you put all this together, and it looks like a Road Warrior vehicle.
Right,
it's really cool. And I didn't even realize it comes with like a driver. It comes with a figure, and I think it's called a Viper, if I remember correctly.
It's like an exclusive figure. Actually,
the head is really cool. I've never seen that head before. So yeah, I went ahead and pulled the trigger, and I got to tell you, I never thought that was not something I ever thought I would buy.
Yeah.
I never thought, but all in, I think the all in set was like $169 or something.
Yeah,
like, that's not
they're
bad.
cheaper now than they were initially because I made payments when it first came out, and I think it was like $199.
Wow.
And that was just by itself. It did come with the missiles and the gun turret and all that stuff, but
this was $170 with all of the accessory packs.
You're gonna love it. It's
a lot of stuff. And I did see his video, Bobby's video that he put out like about a month or two ago, where he was talking about he had worked out some really good deal with the shipping company that they use for all of their shipping, and that they worked out free shipping on that Vanguard for the life of the product.
Who else does that? Nobody.
Yeah,
and it's like
that's
I said,
crazy.
It's cheaper than it was. I think it was $199 initially, or $189. He's like, whatever it is, it's going to be under $200. Initially. So
the muddy version looks great. Like I've looked at a lot of pictures. Haven't watched any reviews because I haven't had time. I'm going to watch some reviews tonight when I get in bed. But I will say that just the photos that I've seen, the mud application looks incredible, especially on the tires. And I cannot wait to set that thing up as a in its Road Warrior configuration with all the gear on it, because I've always had in my mind, like, if I ever got a chance to tell like a Punisher story, I think I would do like a Punisher, kind of like a Mad Max but Punisher story, like in the desert, apocalyptic. So I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to put it like, kind of make like a really dope like Punisher mobile out of this thing.
Right.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm
excited.
still kind of I'm kind of in shock that I even did it. Like, it was very spur of the moment. I was getting ready to watch the movie, and I saw all the stuff, and I was like, I better make a decision on this. And when I saw he had split pay, I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna do this.
It eases the pain. If you can make payments on it, then it's
like my payments are like 4 payments of like $45 or $46,
it's
something
worth
like
it.
that.
You're gonna love it. It's one of my favorite things in my room.
It's bigger than my review space. I don't even know how I'm going to get a chance to look at it. Yeah,
it's like it's like a foot and a half. I don't know. It's big, bigger than 9 inches. I tell you.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they called you the drill coaster or whatever that thing was called.
That's right. So I also got my which we're going to talk about. I got my Savage Crucible stuff in. I ordered 2 figures and a Raider pack. And so that was a surprise. The shipping label was, they sent me the shipping info, like the label was created, and then a few days later I had it. So
nice. I am being extremely cautious with my planning. Like for Joe Fest, I'm just like, I have no plans right now of what I'm going to buy, because I had messaged Rob and I asked him, I was like, hey, are you going to have the new wave at Joe Fest? I need to know for budgeting. He's like, TBD. I don't know. He's like, if we can get out all of the Kickstarter and direct pre-orders, he goes, if we can get them all out before Joe Fest, then yeah, we'll bring them. If not, I don't know. And so I'm kind of hoping that they're there. That would be kind of sweet.
You let me know. Send me a message, because I'm down for a Jaeger, and my stepson would like a Jaeger too. So
yeah.
So let me know.
So yeah, I'm hoping that they're there, because if they have the whole wave there, I'm gonna be pretty broke. Like, that's probably where all my money will go, is to the new Savage Crucible.
Like I said,
I have one last pickup.
I got one more.
I would show off my the Kryptonite Seeker, but it's kind of, here's the box. Here's the box.
Nice.
It says LexCorp on it.
Looks phenomenal. The reviews are great too.
Lane Tech.
I didn't even know this was coming out yet. I didn't know that.
I'll show you. Here's the box, and look what's missing. Got no heads. There should be a tray here with all the heads in it. So
cold-blooded. Was it taped, closed, and all that?
Yeah, it was sealed. It's I mean, it came from the factory. Like it missed the head station.
Yeah, that's a bad lie.
Somebody, as this one was coming by, my little guy must have went, and then mine just went right on by.
He got distracted. Yeah, he got distracted, and he was on his Facebook, and that's
so. My last pickup, I actually bought this for a friend. I had a friend that was looking for this. He was late to the game. He saw all of these figures come out. We told him all these figures were coming out. I remember sending a picture of all of the entire wave at my local Books A Million, and was like, they're all here, even the 2 chase figures. Go and get them. And he still passed until he saw the pictures of Wave 2, and he was like, I want them. And now he's out trying to get them all. And he now has gotten them all. But I did not, he was wanting, this was the last one he was needing. He hadn't found it. I found it this morning at a Walmart before I went into the movie theaters, and there's literally a Walmart across the street from the movie theater. I went in, they had it. I messaged him, said, do you need it? He never wrote me back. I went ahead and bought it because I'm a good friend. I was like, if he doesn't want it, I'll either keep it or I'll return it. And it is the Super Friends Red Batman. It's the platinum version. So it's the red chase.
How much
I have $19.99.
Yeah.
If you buy them online, I think they're $29.99, but $24.99. But it was like $21.50.
Well, let me know if he does not buy it. I would buy it from you.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
figures.
And here, look, the reason I couldn't wait to get my Kryptonite Seeker out was that I've had this guy for like over a year. This is I mean, they've put the DC logo on here, but it's not officially licensed. It even has DC and Warner Brothers.
Does it scale?
It's 1/12 scale. It's 1/12 scale. I opened it once before just to check it out. I mean, as always, like when I get a figure, I always open it and I always make sure that it has everything. But here, if you can see, like, it's soft goods. Wow. Like, that's what the head looks like. It comes with 2 heads. It has here's the other head.
Where'd you get that from?
I think I got it from either Toys Metaverse or 5K Toys. Yeah. But it's got like all soft goods.
Yeah.
And I've been holding on to this guy to go with my Kryptonite Seeker. Right. Comes with guns, hands,
a little bit longer,
crown of thorns, a bunch of other stuff in the back.
It's a nice figure.
Yeah, I'll try to track it down and send you the link. It's just called the Dreamer.
Okay.
And I can't even tell you who made it. I mean, it's all in Japanese. I can't read it. So, bummer, but we'll see.
They're gonna make it right. They're gonna make it right.
I hope so. I hope so.
My last thing. This was kind of like a Mezco week for me, which I'm okay with. I've kind of slowly gotten back on the Mezco train. I love the Dick Tracy line. I always thought I liked the comic even before the movie came out in the 90s.
Yeah, yep.
I used to read the serial comics. I go to the library and they had a book of a compilation of all the comics of Dick Tracy. So Mezco came out with a Dick Tracy 2-pack, Dick Tracy with flat top, and then they came out with Prune Face, which I still need. I don't have that yet. And then the blank, which was like, I don't know if it was like an exclusive or I don't know if it was a short run.
It's hard to get.
I'm like,
sold out quickly.
Join the wait list. And they sent me an email last week and said, do you want it? Here it is. So
nice. I'm so glad you got that figure. That's awesome.
It shocked me. Yeah, it shocked me. I was like, yes, God, yes, I will take this figure. Because I was like, there's no way I'm going to pay. Like, people are asking $300 for this figure.
Right.
I will never pay that. So I was like, and you know how in your mind, you're like, I'll never own this figure. I'll never own it.
Yeah.
I would never pay that much. But they're like, nope, it's coming to you. Here you go. Regular price. And I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. I had a wait list convert this week as well. I was on the wait list for the Hot Toys Robert Pattinson Batman. But I've been on that wait list for over 2 years and I already bought it.
Yeah, I do. Had that.
It's right over there. And it converted. I was like, oh.
I need the motorcycle. I want that motorcycle.
Yeah, they didn't have that set. So it went back in stock on Sideshow. So it's the base figure and then the figure with the light up bat symbol.
They have the one with the bat signal.
Yeah.
But I don't use it.
You got that from Trevor, right?
No, I got it from
No.
I think that was Rob. Did Rob get it?
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were going to get something from Trevor, maybe the motorcycle or something. I thought. Oh no, I talked to Trevor. I think he said he had one to sell, but I didn't get it from him. Okay, you ready to do our unboxings?
Let's do it, baby.
All right, so I am going to be unboxing the Action Force Valverse. This is the Maritime Core. This was generously donated to the channel by Steve Mank over at Articulated Empire. Head over to articulatedempire.com right now and build your empire. Primary specialty, he's a gunner's mate. Secondary skills, various. Let's see here. Service members of the U.S. Navy were rolled into the Republic Territory Guard along with other military branches. The Maritime Corps Division of the RTG is specialized in naval warfare, allowing them to continue protecting the seas. So I guess these guys populate seacraft. And this is one of their basic figures. So if you've ever gotten, I think they used to put them in boxes, like the basic figures. But here you can see this is basically just an army builder. He has no chest, no secondary armor or any webbing or any of that. But I do have this little pack. So gonna get this opened up. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm so jelly.
Something rattling around inside there.
That's the old ball and chain.
The old ball and chain.
I do like their weapons. I got to tell you, Valverse.
They do have great weapons.
Come with some really nice weapons for sure.
Nice.
It is kind of funny that he does come with the dirty sand base and not like a basic gray for the texture of a boat or an aircraft carrier. But yeah, he's just your basic. You know what I've seen a lot of people do with this particular figure is I've seen them make Bullseye from the new season of Daredevil.
That's a good idea.
Out of this guy, and I've also seen people take him apart at the waist and add these pants to Shipwreck from G.I. Joe Classified and kind of kit him out and make more of an active member Shipwreck instead of like the flared out pants and stuff.
How was that? Speaking of, how was that Born Again Daredevil?
Oh, you haven't watched it?
I have not watched it yet. No,
oh, it's
I'm
good.
Still watching Andor. I'm still on Andor. I've got a few episodes left.
Season 2 or season 1?
2.
Okay.
Delayed gratification, man. I'm working on it. But yeah, Daredevil's next. It's my favorite series.
It's really good. It's really good. All right, let's see what I can do with this guy. Let's see if we can. See if I can. And he's got stiff joints. I get nervous now because I finally got a Valverse figure that had a loose knee one time, and really
be careful,
makes me nervous. Now I open one, I'm like, am I going to get another floppy knee? Going to get another floppy knee?
This is it really reminds me kind of the Norseman figure. He's got kind of a Norseman.
Oh yeah.
Look to him. Is this one of the ones that you'll pick up too, Mark?
Oh, for sure. I think the first two that I want to get my hands on is Jaeger's the standout one for me in that wave. So Jaeger for sure. And then after Jaeger, the Frazetta Warrior with the ball and chain. Yeah. The ball and chain warrior. Sure. I mean, I've heard some people refer to him as Conan, but I don't think he has a name. That's why they refer to him as like Frazetta Warrior.
Yeah.
He is from a very specific painting. But yeah, they're Harbinger Studios. They're going to have, I believe, 2 tables at Joe Fest.
Are they?
Like they did at Toylanta. They had 2 tables. So they have the Harbinger Studios main Savage Crucible table, where you can go and get all of your Lemurians and your warriors and all that. And then they had a different table set up a little ways away from them on the next aisle over with a completely different staff working it. And that staff was selling the Collegiate Legends.
Okay.
So they're football figures. Yeah, they're football figures. You know, I was thinking the blue and green were not going to look good on this guy, but I think they're going to work just fine.
Yeah, looking good.
I wonder how hard it would be though to like hit this guy. That thing looks awesome. Is that a metal chain?
Blood splattered. Yep.
Nice.
Metal chain. Got some blood on the ball there.
Oh, nobody wants that.
Got a nice sword here.
I think that's the same sword that comes with the Shield of Desera.
That guy's got some chips out of the blade there.
Looks nice.
And some steady usage. Got a nice chunky shield.
Look at that.
Heinrich showed it off the other day, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
It's got like the straps and the hand, it goes on there. So it's
that was really one of his video calls.
Realistic.
That was not a butt dial. That was like a legitimate call.
Absolutely.
You know, I have to say, one of the things that surprises me about these Valverse figures is that the plastic that they use for the webbing or the secondary armor, like the straps and stuff, it's really easy to like get it to go on and fit. And like typically those little plastic like rubbery pegs don't want to fit in the rubbery holes, and it doesn't want to like connect really well. But they do. They connect pretty well.
His head really moves really good here. It's got good movement.
Nice.
Velvety. I'm going to say velvety.
I don't remember in the chat if Heinrich ever got back to us about if he, like, with those clips on the shoulders, holding the...
I think they come off. I'm going to try and pop them off. I don't have any hot water up here, but let me see if they come off.
Yeah, typically you really need hot water for those Crucible figures. That's one of the things I'm really interested in getting them in hand, is seeing if the hands and the feet pop off as easily
Yeah, I don't know.
Or any better, because the first wave, I had to Dremel down the posts quite a bit.
Yeah, I remember
to
you
make them
having
easier
issues.
because they were really tight. But I think they worked on them because, again, like I was talking about, I can't stand working on, like, after 10 or 15 minutes, my fingers are just like all raw. And
look at this.
I can't stand that
bracelet. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's the same.
Loose.
That's the same sheath from the Shield of Dezera, the white Lemurian. That sheath is amazing. That bracelet's dope too.
Just a free flow. Yeah, that sheath is awesome. Yeah, I got to put some heat on this guy. I'm not going to do any posing. I tried to move his elbow and it was kind of stiff, so I'm like, I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
be happy.
You don't want a Tigra situation.
No Tigra.
Although I'm pretty sure if you broke his leg on camera, Curtis would drop a super chat instantly.
Oh, he would. He would laugh his ass off first. And
yes. And then when he recovered, he'd be like, I'm sorry I laughed. Here's a super chat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to see with how these work. There's not they kind of clip in these brackets on his shoulders. The cape clips in. There's not really a.
Yeah, I remember Heinrich was showing us. There's like a little, like, is it like an elastic strap?
Yeah,
sewn
it's kind of
into
like
the cape.
Putting it into a belt buckle, like your belt into not a belt buckle, but your belt into a the belt loops.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's like. And my fingers are not ambidextrous enough to do that right now.
Well, I'm going to show off this guy because here is
let's see what
the Maritime Soldier with the Recon pack, which is green.
Looking good.
It's not bad. I dig it. And now having this guy in hand, I see why so many people are making like a, making the, what's his face?
Bullseye?
Making Bullseye, out of him, because he does, very much resemble that character. They feel good, man. I know a lot of people like to give them grief, but man, their figures feel good in hand.
Yeah,
they're quality stuff, man.
I agree.
But I mean, that's just a good bad guy. Also, like,
yes,
for Marvel Legends to fight or whatever, he just needs some generic.
Yeah,
like,
they make
grunts.
Good army builders. Guys in the background. Backup. If you've got like a display, then it's a good, good extra guys there.
Yeah, there's not enough companies making good background characters, bad guys. Yeah, I mean, Hasbro certainly isn't doing it for Marvel Legends, or that's just a space for somebody else to come in and fill.
Well, they have the right idea with that. Remember that terrorist guy that they made with the red?
Yeah, from the Hawkeye TV series.
Yeah, that was a great
Tracksuit Mafia.
Yeah, I loved that. I bought one and then never saw it again anywhere else. But
dude, they were crazy down here at our Ross's and Ollie's.
Oh, were they?
Not Ross, but Ollie's. I ended up getting a couple. I have a few that I like to use. I always forget that I have them until I bust out like one of my boxes like that I use for props and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I have this guy, so I should use them.
Great idea though,
Yeah, this is a dope figure, and I really appreciate Steve sending it.
Good man, Steve.
Yeah. And this was the perfect time to open him and display him because, this little guy, he don't need a whole review video. He doesn't need a whole review, but he can get an unboxing and double jointed.
He's gonna look good on your in your Vanguard too, man.
Oh man, I've already got the crew. I'm glad I've been collecting like the desert guys because I think I've got like 4 or 5 desert, both male and female. I've got Desert Condor, Desert Steel Brigade, the female. Like I have another Desert Warrior, like one of these guys, but like in tan gear. So I've got like 4, and now I'm getting the driver as well.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the desert.
So I'll have 5. I'll have 5 guys, and I feel like that's a good complement of people to round out what that vehicle needs.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, this is the interesting thing here. That says I need a magnifying glass, some tweezers. Sounds like Friday night.
There you go.
Just to get this cape on. Oh, shoot. Okay. I will mess with that later. But it's a great looking figure. I popped his head off to put on.
There you go.
He moves really well. Like I said, I don't want to over move the joints or anything, but really, really nice figure. Would look good on your shelf with Mythics or other Facetta Girl figures.
Curtis, cover your ears.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's a good pickup.
I do remember Curtis saying that he was very interested in Jaeger. So Jaeger may be his first.
I know a lot
Savage
of people
Crucible.
are interested in him. I think Eric Miller said he was not really. I think he got an all-in and he's selling those, but not really interested in that line, or that wave other than Jaeger.
Yeah, for sure. I completely understand that.
Even what's his name, Jason from. Did you see that? He posted Jason from AWOC.
Oh, nice.
He
Very
got
cool.
a Jaeger. So that's cool. That's
I love to
class
see
right
all
there.
of these other companies
that's
supporting
class.
each other. Yeah, we need more of that, especially with that company. Okay, so while you're figuring that out, I'm going to go ahead and run our intro for our double down and get after it because we're already at 111. All right, so getting into the double down, because I'm going to be at Joe Fest this weekend, we wanted to talk about Joe Fest exclusives because there are quite a lot. And the list that I've pulled today is not even complete. I know that there are other exclusives that are going to be there that are not on my list, but I couldn't include everything. Some of the ones that I'm not as familiar with, either the company or the product, I did not include. And some of these are on your pickups. You've already, sent me money and a list and said, give me some of these.
I did.
So we're going to get after it. We're going to start off with our buddies over at Savage Crucible at Harbinger Studios. They are going to have an exclusive this weekend, not in the Savage Crucible line, but in their Collegiate Legends line, their football line. They're going to have the aptly very appropriate Army. The Army football player will be. Yes, I have messed around with one, but I do not own one. When they make a Florida State University player, I'll definitely pick one up for sure. I'll pick one up. But yeah, they are going to have the, because every year we have the Army and Navy game. Is that right? In football, college football, it's Army and Navy. So yeah, you can pick up your Army collegiate football player there. Let's see, our good friend Chris over at Four Horsemen and D13 Toys. He is going to have some exclusives. They are going to have some little Army colored green Roman soldiers and the blue colored what is that, Centurion Knight there. So looking like a Cobra officer or a GI Joe colored soldier. This was on your list, but I think other things kind of usurped it. But I also don't collect anything in this line here at all. But this is the Delta 17.
Yeah,
the War in the Shadows. These are 3 3/4. Do you have any of these?
Yes, I've got 2 of the ladies. They made 2 lady figures, and I have both of them. And I really like the figures. They move really well. I'm just not a 3 3/4, but these are
you don't have a lot of them. Yeah.
These are nice. I will probably pick them up when they hit the regular their online store.
Yeah.
But as for exclusive pickups, not this time. They're like 40,
now which team?
$5.
Yeah, which company is doing the Build-A-Soldier? Is it them or is it Marauders?
No. Marauders, Marauders Gun Runners is the Build-A-Figure, which I'm really excited for. I gave Mark a couple bucks to build me a cool, badass female
I can't wait
looking figure. So
it's one of the first things I'm going to do.
I can't wait.
Let's see here.
I knew that
keeping it
would be up your alley.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely.
And they're great guys. Great guys. I met them at SoloCon.
Yeah, I have a couple. I've purchased some of the weapons and accessory packs from them. They make high quality stuff, and they're getting into vehicles.
Yes.
It's just expensive,
quad,
man.
I've seen like a quad.
Yeah, they've got a lot of stuff. Drones, tanks. Yeah, they've got a lot of stuff. Keeping it 3 3/4 inch, we have Eagle Force. We have their exclusive here. Downtown Sergeant Brown. Now, am I understanding this? That this is an Axel Foley?
That's my
tribute.
Thought. That was kind of my thought. I don't know.
Because you and I were talking about this. Didn't you say he looks more like Martin Lawrence than he does?
He does, yeah. Yeah, he does. And I love Eagle Force. Like when I heard they were having an exclusive, like I've got an Eagle Force figure, an exclusive one on my wall from Mega Force. They did a Mega Force tribute, so it looks like they're doing maybe a Beverly Hills Cop tribute with this figure.
Yeah, that's exactly what this looks like.
Not really up my alley, but they're fun figures. They're also 1/18 scale, 3 3/4.
Yeah, they're 3 3/4 inch for sure.
But they're run by and owned by Fresh Monkey Fiction, and it's a great toy line, and they're a lot of fun. They sell out. They only make so many, and then once they're gone, they're gone. So
yeah,
if anyone is thinking about this guy, make a move because
he does look good.
He's gone.
Speaking of Fresh Monkey Fiction, there's going to be a couple exclusives there. One, this will be another opportunity for anybody to get their hands on the Phantom Core command unit. The way this works is that you go up to their table, you tell them that you want to pre-order one, and you give them your Big Bad Toy Store login, and they go in on the back end. You basically just give them your email address. They go in on the back end. They find your email address, verify that you do have a Big Bad Toy Store account, and then they just add it to your pre-orders. It's free, doesn't cost anything to pre-order it. I think I have like 4 of these on pre-order, like 1 for myself and like I think maybe 3 for you.
Yes, 3 for me, please.
And then when they come in, I'll just get an email that says they're in. They're $40 each. This looks like a great figure.
Yeah.
I may have them throw another one on there for me because I'm just looking at the weaponry and like all this stuff, and it looks like I'm gonna need like maybe 2 of these to kit them out in the different, because especially this it comes with the Van Helsing head and then Lieutenant Raven, so it's like 2 different figures.
Yeah, I like that when they give you options. You've got 3 different heads there. You got that boonie hat, which I love. You got the mask. You got all kinds of different hands.
Oh yeah, I forgot. My phone's in the way. I can't see the whole screen. I forgot there is a 3rd head. You're right.
Yeah. So it's a nice set for $40.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. But they're also going to have the Lieutenant Lieutenant Griffin, the Racer. This is the stealth mode, the charcoal smoke colored version. And I did get the purple version at Toylanta, but I sold mine a couple of weeks ago when this guy was announced. I sold mine because I didn't need a purple version and a smoke version. I'd rather have this to kind of go because it kind of makes more sense. He looks more translucent-y. Right. The purple never made sense, but I'm glad I had it and I got a chance to review it, but I did sell it. I sold it before Terrence started looking for one, so I wish I'd have known he was looking for one and I could have.
Normally I would be like, really, you're doing another color, but this figure is phenomenal. Like,
yeah, it's really cool.
It moves really well. It looks really good. The guns, which are made by Gridiron, I think, are so good. Like you could take the magazines out, you could put the silencer on it. Really, really, really nice figure.
To me, this colorway just makes far more sense for a character that can turn invisible than the purple one did.
Yeah,
and then that's why I got rid of mine, was because like it never made sense that it wasn't like a clear figure, because the whole point is that this guy is the Invisible Man. He can take his bandages off and his gear off and he becomes invisible. Right. So when they announced they were doing a gray version, I was like, okay, this is what I need. I need this one to go along with. But let's see here. Moving over to Ramen Toys, who I love Ace and the crew over there. Mm-hmm. They are giving us another. I love this version too, by the way. Yeah, this is awesome. A great colorway for their shark. This is a different colorway of their great white. Mm-hmm. But this is kind of expensive. This thing is
Porsche.
going to be $180. Here is the set with exclusive packaging. Yeah, and here's the thing: you don't actually have to be there. This is going to go up on their website as well.
Okay.
I think on Saturday or maybe tomorrow.
There's another version too. Have you seen the third version?
No.
Like
What's the
maroon colored?
Oh, okay. Maybe I have seen that. Maybe
It's
that
like
does
a maroonish kind of color.
Sounds familiar.
It looks good, but I like the shark motif.
I think if I was going to get one, I would definitely get this colorway. If this was $100, I think I would buy it. But $180, I can't.
Ramen toys are expensive, man. They don't play
around. They are, but they're worth it. I have the red gull wing, and it's incredible.
Yes. I've got 2. They're great.
And we're going to end on the big bad boy here that you're really gonna like. You've sent me the money for it, and I'm going to try to get one for you. It's the biggest thing I'm trying to track down for you, and that is the Fans Toys Air Tiger. So this is their.
Jeff corrected me on the name of it.
In the chat, I think you called it the Air Hog, but that was like a toy from the 80s, the Air Hogs. You know, like you would hit. It was like little like styrofoamy kind of plasticky planes, and there was like an air pump, and you would slam it, and they would go flying. And the Air Tiger. So this is kind of like their version of the G.I. Joe Skyhawk, in 6-inch scale.
I never owned it.
Yeah,
I always wanted it. Never had one. My buddy Brendan had one and had this. And it's awesome.
Yeah. Heinrich bought this, if I am remembering correctly.
Yes.
Like, Heinrich bought one of these. I know for a fact Hasbro's making this. Like, I know they're going to make this one day. So that's the only reason I'm not jumping on it. Because I know they're making it.
Do you think that they will pause since this is out there now? Like, maybe they're going to we'll wait 3 years for...
No, I don't. No, I don't think so. And I don't think it's going to be a HasLab either. I mean, it doesn't need to be. I think this is just going to be one of their deluxe vehicles. Now, this thing is nice. It does have lights. You know, it's got like a light up cockpit, which is really cool.
And I'm stoked. Don't come home unless you get that, Mark.
I'm going to do my best, man. Yeah, I'm going to try to. I mean, I was like, man, dude, I kind of hope they have the green version there. I wouldn't want the Tiger Force version.
If they sell out, I'll take the green one. And if they, but if you can't, no pressure, but don't come home.
But look at that. That looks so dope.
Beautiful.
And then they just posted this, I think very recently. And this is like an environmental shot.
Me with all these great pictures, man.
They look so good, man.
I always wanted this as a kid. Never had it. So.
You always wanted the green Skyhawk, or you wanted the Tiger?
No, I never didn't know that they had a Tiger Force one.
I don't know if they do or not.
Yeah, I don't know. Andy would know, but I just figured this is an opportunity for me to get one. I like the green, but I thought this one is just as cool to me, so I don't mind it being a different color. If I had the room, I would want both, and the money, but I don't have either one, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there was an official Tiger Force Skyhawk. I don't know. I know the chat's yelling at us, but
for sure,
they're like, get your shit together, guys. But man, hey, an hour and a half. That's a pretty good show. Look at that. You got the cape on there. He's looking dope.
It's not bad once you figure it out. I was doing it wrong, but I lost my knife. I don't know where the knife went, but you're gonna love this figure. You're gonna get some crazy poses out of it, Mark. I can't wait to see it on display with your new Steve Mank diorama.
I know, right?
This is it.
I got a castle that needs rating.
This is a great figure. Phenomenal. It's as good as any of the Frazetta stuff. It moves really well. It looks really good. Yeah. So good job. Savage Crucible did a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are killing it. I can't wait to see what comes in the future. Yeah. I know you got some surprises up your sleeve for us. Yeah. But that's going to do it for our show today. It's been a weird day, but you know what? I was in a weird spot when we started the show, but I am much better now that it's over and done with. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling energized. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I love you. I love you too. I'm probably going to go try to watch a movie before I go to bed, and then tomorrow I'm getting on the road at 9 a.m.
On the road, baby.
with my buddy Jose, and we're going to hit every Target, Walmart, and GameStop between here and Augusta, Georgia.
Nice.
Hopefully find some
Don't
travel
spend
toys.
all your money before you get there, baby.
I know, that's the big
You know what
thing.
I'm
It's
saying?
like, you stop and you find stuff and you're like, will this be here on the way home?
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Nova says be safe. Nova says
yeah. She always knows when we're getting ready to wrap up.
She does. I don't know how
or she's like, Dad, you've been going.
No, she knows. Like when I'm gonna wrap it up, she will like she's ready to go. She knows when
if I came to your house, would she get in my lap and give me kisses like that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh man. I need to come there. I need some Nova kisses.
She's got love for everybody.
Well, thank you, chat, for hanging in there and staying with us, even though we are not live. I hope Greg held it down. I know he did. I hope you guys are yelling at us in the chat, and I'm thankful that Greg did not break one of his figures. So thanks to everybody in the chat. Greg, who you got coming up on New to Mythics this week?
I've got part 2 of Jeremy Gerard this Tuesday, and then after that, Eric Treadaway.
Ooh,
got another 2-hour interview with Eric Treadaway, which I'm very excited about. Dude did not want to stop talking. Like I had to stop. I'm like, Eric, I got to go to bed.
Yeah, this isn't. You're not talking to Curtis here.
Right, yeah. We talked an hour past 2 hours.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Like, we were talking parts and talking like, I was like, dude, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. I have no idea what part you're.
That's amazing.
But I had a great time. He had a great time. We're email buds. We're cool.
That's incredible. Well, I love that. That's awesome. Well, that's really cool. Coming up this week, we'll have the second episode of Across the Toyverse. The audio is better. We did get the audio worked out a little bit better. He still didn't buy a new mic or a new setup or anything, but the audio is better. If this is something that we're going to continue to do every 2 weeks, then I think that he will eventually upgrade. So he had a great time. We had a really good conversation. I'll go ahead and give you a sneak preview of it. We had a conversation about knockoffs, bootlegs, and third-party companies. How they've been around since the 80s.
Yes.
And they're having sort of they're enjoying a renaissance right now because there's so many third-party companies out there, like Muff Toys, that are doing it. Ramen, exactly.
Yeah.
What they're doing is they're filling these gaps. They're filling these holes where the major companies are letting us down, and they're filling the gaps. And so we're having a whole conversation about that.
That sounds good.
For about an hour and 45 minutes.
I look forward to checking it out.
So, as always, thank you guys for tuning in and watching. We super appreciate it. And Greg and I will catch you in the toy aisles.